Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Courtside Talks. My name is Stefan, and nice to have you back after a wonderful All-Star weekend. What are we going to talk about today rather than the All-Star game that played out on Sunday night in Indianapolis? The Gainbridge Fieldhouse, home of the Indiana Pacers, and might as well be the home court advantage for the East Side this time. After a couple of years of exhibition, I'm glad to say on behalf of everybody here, we're finally glad to have the East versus the West back again. Now, if only they put those jerseys back, as in the old days, some of you guys might remember, that'd be super wonderful for next year, wouldn't it? Anyway, the East versus the West. So what do we got? East side, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the captain of the team, and West side for the 20th year in a row, setting the record. LeBron James, the captain for the West. And in the crowd, as usual, a bunch of celebrities, amongst which are Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Gary Payton, 50 Cent, and so on and so on. Nice to have everybody in the house for this wonderful game, which broke a couple of records. But before we get to the records, let's start with a starting five for each conference. The West starting with LeBron James, obviously, Kevin Durant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and the Balkan duo, Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic. Now what a wonderful starting five that is. And for the East side, we got homeboy Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo, and All-Star Dame, or should I say Damian Lillard, from the Milwaukee Bucks and the winner of the three-point contest. As soon as the game started, Tyrese Halliburton welcomed everybody to his house by scoring 5 threes out of 5 shots and showing everybody that he's the contender to the MVP at his home court. The West tried to keep up with Shai and KD, scoring the most points in the West for the starting five, but very soon after 5 minutes, we had changes on the court. Jokic and Doncic went to the benches, and we had the reserves come in. After that, the second quarter belonged to the East once again, which made a 20-point difference, all thanks to the reigning champion for the three-point contest, Dame Lillard, which continued with 18 points in the second quarter and showed everybody that he's also very, very keen to get that MVP award. At halftime then, 104-89 for the Eastern Conference, which is, by the way, another record broken for most points in one half, which came up to 193 set this year. So that's another record you must keep account in this game, and several were broken. In the second half, Karl Anthony Towns with SGA took it to the court, and the West didn't want to give up even though they were so far behind. Karl Anthony Towns, as I want to say, tried a bit harder to get to the MVP award, scoring 50 points, a staggering 50 points, which is the most in this game. But out of 35 shots, he had 23 successful. So Karl Anthony Towns, coming off the bench, gave it all he had. But it just couldn't compare to the threes from the 40 feet shots of, or was it 44, of Damian Lillard. Before everything, one half-court shot, then another one to finish off the game. Amongst all, he scored 11 threes, Tyrese Halliburton trailing by 10 threes, and off the bench, Jaylen Brown with 36 points coming off the bench. So that makes 3 players with over 30 points in the East side. The West, seriously, didn't have a chance, but they had fun. Steph Curry stopped at 4 threes, shooting 4 from 13 from the arc as Karl Anthony Towns. Doncic was 1 from 7. Jokic 1 from 1. But I can tell you they all had a lot of fun. And as somebody said, this was just sort of like a shooting practice. And the next record broken was passing 200 points for any team in All-Star history out of 73 games, which were up till now. Nobody broke that record until this day. 211 points scored by the East until the end of the show, and that's the most set by any team in history. So you guys witnessed history and witnessed another victory for the East, 211 to 186. 397 points in total, which is yet another record broken in history. That's the most scored points in any All-Star game. And, well, it's nice to be a part of history, isn't it? And finally, the record still held by who else than LeBron James with his 20th All-Star game, also the most in NBA history. And it was nice to see LeBron James telling young blood Nikola Jokic and Luka Doncic what it was like to play the first NBA All-Star game ever played against Napoleon, Genghis Khan, Caesar, owner of Caesar's Palace and Pizza, Ramses III, Cleopatra off the bleachers watching, and so on and so on. The first ever NBA All-Star game to be played. Yeah. That's how old LeBron is. 39 years of age, playing his 20th All-Star. Congrats to you, man. Congrats, and maybe we see you a couple years more. I think the fans and everybody else wants it. In the end, another record broken, 168 three-point attempted, of which 97 came from the East side, scoring 42 threes in one game. And the MVP award going to whom else than Dame Time, scoring 39 points, of which 11 from 23 behind the arc and 2 from half court, having the average of 31.5 feet for each three-pointer scored, and the only person to have a Saturday event contest award winner and then an MVP on Sunday night since 1988, and Michael Jordan winning the slam dunk contest and then being the MVP of the All-Star game. An honorable mention for Tyrese Halliburton for being an amazing host and scoring 10 from 14 from beyond the arc, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for having the most threes on the West, 7 from 10, amazing results, and we just can't wait for next year to see what we're going to have. And hopefully the only down part is the competition. We kind of hoped for a game which is going to show us a little bit more of why these players play so good and why they're the best in the league. But hey, it's still nice to have all these superstars in one place and have them play against each other, and I'd pick that game any day of the year. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as you enjoyed the game. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends. Until next time, in a couple of days, we got the NBA back on track with 30 games left, and I hope to see you soon. And my name was Stefan. Hope you had a wonderful day and night. See you soon. Bye.